The full-size truck market has fundamentally changed over the last 5 years, shifting away from a simple battle of towing capacities and payload numbers into a complex war of lifestyle positioning, technological integration, and niche specialization. When a manufacturer introduces an update to a flagship model in this environment, they are not just tweaking bumpers and updating infotainment screens, they are making a definitive statement about who they believe their buyer is today, and more importantly, who they need that buyer to be tomorrow. The upcoming 2027 Toyota Tundra represents one of the most critical strategic pivots in the Japanese automaker's recent history, because it forces Toyota to confront the reality that being merely reliable and capable is no longer enough to win the hearts and wallets of modern truck buyers. With average monthly payments pushing past the $1,000 mark, consumers are treating these vehicles as long-term financial investments. In this high-stakes environment, picking the wrong model year or falling for internet rumors can literally cost you thousands in immediate depreciation. The internet is currently flooded with whispers about returning V8 engines and heavy-duty diesel variants, but separating engineering reality from forum speculation is the only way to make a smart purchasing decision in this segment. Welcome to Auto Insights, where we go beyond the surface to break down cars, strategies, and what they really mean for buyers. If you want deeper understanding without the noise, make sure you're subscribed. Before we dissect the engineering and the market strategy, we need to establish exactly what this vehicle is and separate confirmed industry reality from the endless speculation that plagues the truck community. The 2027 Toyota Tundra is officially confirmed as a comprehensive mid-cycle refresh, not a ground-up redesign, which aligns perfectly with Toyota's standard 5-year product cadence for the TNGA-F platform. However, because this is a mid-cycle update, much of the specific tuning, final trim pricing, and exact feature distribution is still being finalized based on recent prototype sightings, supply chain leaks, and internal dealership communications. I want to be completely direct and honest with you. If you have been reading internet forums claiming that Toyota is abandoning the twin-turbo V6 to bring back the old 5.7-liter V8, or that a heavy-duty Tundra is dropping next year, you are looking at wishful thinking, not engineering reality. Toyota's strategy for 2027 is about refining and expanding the hybrid and off-road ecosystems they have already built, not reverting to legacy powertrains that cannot meet modern emissions standards or packaging requirements. The heavy-duty rumor ignores the massive capital investment required to engineer a new frame and diesel emission systems just to fight Ford and Ram. Instead, Toyota is over-engineering the half-ton platform to handle near heavy-duty tasks, giving buyers the daily usability of a light-duty truck with the towing confidence of a larger rig. Do you think Toyota is making the right move by ignoring the heavy-duty market, or are they leaving serious commercial money on the table? Let us move into the design direction, because the exterior updates for 2027 are not just about keeping the truck looking fresh, they are a direct response to market trends and a necessary correction to the vehicle's visual identity. When the current generation Tundra launched, it featured a polarizing, highly aggressive front fascia that attempted to mimic the massive grilles of its American competitors, but in doing so, it aged poorly compared to the more cohesive designs of the Ford F-150 and the Ram 1500. For 2027, Toyota is pulling back from that extreme aesthetic and aligning the Tundra with the cleaner, more horizontal, and technically sophisticated design language recently introduced on the Tacoma and Sequoia. You will see a reshaped grille that integrates more seamlessly with the headlights, revised front bumper geometry that improves both aerodynamic efficiency and cooling for the hybrid powertrain, and a rear-end update that ties the taillight signature into a wider, more planted stance. This design evolution matters because it signals to the market that Toyota is no longer trying to shout over the American brands with sheer visual volume. Instead, they are projecting a mature, engineered confidence that appeals to buyers who want a truck that looks capable, but also feels refined enough to park in front of a corporate office. The lighting signatures are being sharpened with next-generation LED matrix technology, improving night, time trail driving and highway visibility. In the truck world, the new look is currency, and a refreshed 2027 model will hold its resale value significantly better than the outgoing 2026 models. Buying the old style right now is like buying previous generation tech when the new standard is already in the showroom window. The most critical conversation surrounding the 2027 Tundra, however, takes place under the hood, where Toyota is doubling down on a powertrain strategy that initially faced severe skepticism, but has now matured into a segment-leading proposition. The foundation remains the 3.4-liter turbo V6, but Toyota has extensively revised the manufacturing and calibration processes to completely resolve the early production issues related to engine knocking and premature wear that plagued the first couple of model years. Its engine delivers a highly usable 389 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque, but the real story is the FRC MEX hybrid system, which pairs the twin-turbo V6 with a 48 horsepower electric motor integrated directly into the bell housing of the 10-speed automatic transmission. This is not a hybrid system designed primarily for fuel economy, Though it does improve efficiency, it is a torque-fill strategy. The electric motor delivers instant massive torque at 0 RPM, which completely transforms low-speed trail crawling, heavy towing from a dead stop, and daily stop-and-go driving. When you combine this with the inherent advantages of a coil spring rear suspension, which eliminates the harsh, empty bed hopping associated with traditional leaf springs, the real-world driving experience of the Tundra Hybrid is remarkably composed, powerful, and surprisingly smooth. There is also chatter about a plug-in hybrid variant leveraging Toyota's developing solid-state battery technology. While a full EV truck loses half its range the second you hook up a heavy trailer, a plug-in hybrid Tundra would offer 40 miles of pure electric commuting, eliminating daily fuel costs while retaining the unlimited range of the gas engine. It is the ultimate cheat code for high gas prices, proving that Toyota's decision to abandon the V8 in favor of a hybrid-assisted twin-turbo setup was a calculated engineering advantage. Understanding the physical footprint of the 2027 Tundra is essential because it dictates how the truck fits into your life, your garage, and your daily routines. Built on the rigid, high-strength steel TNGF platform, the Tundra maintains its core dimensions, offering 2 primary cab configurations and multiple bed lengths to cover the vast majority of buyer needs. The CrewMax cab, which features a full 4-door layout and a shorter bed, remains the overwhelming favorite for families and daily drivers, prioritizing interior volume and rear seat comfort. The double cab configuration, with its smaller rear doors and longer bed options, caters specifically to commercial users and traditionalists who prioritize cargo space over rear passenger luxury. You will not find a regular cab option, and this is not an oversight. The market economics simply do not support the engineering investment for a 2-door full-size truck in the modern era, as the vast majority of buyers demand the safety, accessibility, and resale value of a 4-door layout. The truck utilizes a fully boxed frame and an independent front suspension with double wishbones, which provides the precise steering feel and wheel articulation necessary for both high-speed highway stability and serious off-road geometry, keeping the Tundra highly competitive in terms of approach, departure. Furthermore, Toyota is reportedly introducing an enhanced max tow package that pushes the towing capacity closer to the 13,000-pound limit. This means you get the luxury ride of a light-duty truck, but you can still pull heavy equipment trailers when needed, making it the ultimate one-truck solution for buyers who refuse to deal with the harsh ride and parking nightmares of a traditional 2500 series heavy-duty truck. Stepping inside the 2027 Tundra reveals an interior strategy that heavily prioritizes tactile usability and long-term durability over flashy, gimmicky technology. Toyota has recognized that truck buyers, even those purchasing high-end luxury trims, spend a significant amount of time in environments where gloves are worn, screens get covered in dust, and physical feedback is necessary. The centerpiece is the available 14-inch infotainment touchscreen, which is mounted high and angled toward the driver to minimize glare and reduce the need to take your eyes off the road. However, unlike some competitors that have deleted every physical button in the name of minimalism, Toyota has retained crucial climate and audio controls on a dedicated lower panel, ensuring that you can adjust the fan speed or change the temperature without navigating through 3 layers of digital menus while driving over a rough construction site. The available panoramic sunroof and premium audio system transform the cabin into a mobile sanctuary, insulating you from the noise and stress of the outside world. But what truly matters is the ergonomic layout. The electronic shifter, the placement of the off-road mode selectors, and the physical volume knob all represent a deep understanding of how truck buyers actually interact with their vehicles. You don't want to be swiping through a touchscreen to turn on the seat heaters when you are navigating a muddy job site in the middle of winter. For 2027, the Tundra is receiving a massive software-defined vehicle upgrade, featuring a central processor that is significantly faster. This eliminates the lag that plagued early models and introduces AI, integrated voice commands alongside predictive maintenance software that can alert you to potential component failures before they leave you stranded. The updated Toyota Safety Sense suite also deserves attention, as it features a completely recalibrated adaptive cruise control system that no longer surges and brakes aggressively, and an enhanced lane keeping assist that can read the physical edges of the road, not just painted lines, which is a massive safety improvement for those who frequently drive on unmarked rural highways. The materials range from highly durable, wipe-clean vinyls in the work trims to genuine walnut wood accents and semi-aniline leather in the upper tiers, ensuring that every price point feels intentional rather than just a stepping stone to a more expensive model. The trim-level strategy for the 2027 Tundra is where Toyota's market positioning becomes truly fascinating, as they have expanded the lineup to create highly specialized tools for very specific types of buyers. At the base, the SR and SR5 trims remain the backbone of the commercial and fleet market, offering incredible value, standard towing equipment, and the rugged durability that built Toyota's reputation. As you move up through the limited Platinum and the Western-themed 1794 edition, the truck transitions into a luxury daily driver, with the capstone serving as the ultimate expression of full-size refinement. Featuring acoustic glass power deploying running boards and a premium audio experience that rivals luxury SUVs. But the most significant strategic moves are happening in the off-road segment, where Toyota is finally addressing the gaps in their armor. The Trail Hunter is designed specifically for the overlanding community, coming from the factory with heavy-duty skid plates, a raised suspension, an integrated roof rack and wiring for auxiliary lighting, saving buyers thousands of dollars and countless hours of aftermarket fabrication. Meanwhile, the legendary TRD Pro continues to dominate the rock crawling and technical trail space with its Fox internal bypass shocks and specialized terrain management. However, the biggest news is the introduction of the TRD Hammer, a heavily widened, high-speed desert runner equipped with 37-inch tires, reinforced control arms, and a recalibrated hybrid powertrain pushing beyond 500 horsepower. This is Toyota's direct, unapologetic answer to the Ford F-150 Raptor and the Ram TRX, acknowledging that the TRD Pro was no longer sufficient to compete in the high-speed off-road performance wars. By electric boosting the twin-turbo V6, they are creating a truck with more instant torque than any V8 on the market, allowing it to fly over sand dunes and still tow your boat home. If you have been waiting for Toyota to get serious about high-performance off-roading, the TRD Hammer is the exact reason you need to hold off on buying a 2026 model. When we analyze the expected pricing and launch timeline for the 2027 Tundra, we see a clear strategy of capturing margin at the top end, while defending the base of the market. Production is expected to ramp up in late 2026 with vehicles hitting dealer lots in early 2027. Pricing will likely start just under $45,000 for the base SR, making it an incredibly compelling alternative for fleet buyers and budget-conscious consumers who need legitimate towing capability, without paying for leather seats or massive screens. However, as you climb the ladder the prices increase aggressively, with the TR expected to push past $75,000, and the new TRD Hammer and the ultra-luxury capstone potentially breaking the $85,000 mark. This massive price gap, spanning nearly $40,000 from the cheapest to the most expensive trim, highlights a critical reality. The 2027 Tundra is not just one truck, it is a portfolio of entirely different vehicles sharing a common platform. Toyota is betting that by offering a highly specialized truck for every possible use case, they can extract maximum profit from enthusiasts and luxury buyers while still moving high volumes of the base work trucks. The question you have to ask yourself is whether this pricing structure makes sense for your specific needs, or if you are being tempted into paying for a trim level whose capabilities you will never actually utilize. Are you willing to pay a premium for the TRD Hammer's desert-running suspension if you only ever drive on paved highways and mild dirt roads? Understanding your actual use case is the only way to navigate this massive price spread without overpaying. To truly understand the value of the 2027 Tundra, we have to look at the competitive landscape, which is more fractured and aggressive than ever before. The Ford F-150 remains the sales leader and the benchmark for technological integration, offering a dizzying array of powertrain options including the Power Boost Hybrid and the high-output V6 in the Raptor, making it the default choice for buyers who want maximum variety and cutting-edge tech. The Chevrolet Silverado is undergoing its own major redesign, leaning heavily into traditional V8 appeal and a more aggressive, truck-like aesthetic to win back buyers who feel the F-150 has become too car-like. The Ram 1500 continues to set the standard for interior luxury and ride quality, leveraging its optional mild, hybrid diesel and air suspension to create a cabin experience that feels a class above the competition, making it the ideal choice for buyers who prioritize comfort and daily drivability above all else. Meanwhile, the mid-sized trucks like the Ford Maverick and Ranger are constantly eating into the lower end of the full-size market, forcing buyers to question if they really need the massive footprint and fuel consumption of a half-ton truck. The Maverick offers incredible urban utility and hybrid efficiency for a fraction of the price, while the Ranger provides a more manageable size for tight trails and city parking. If you only tow a small utility trailer once a year, stepping down to a mid-sized truck might be the smartest financial decision you can make, highlighting the immense pressure Toyota faces at the bottom of the Tundra pricing ladder. In this environment, the 2027 Tundra's greatest strength is its holistic balance. It may not have the sheer tech variety of the Ford, the traditional V8 nostalgia of the Chevy, or the absolute ride softness of the Ram, but it offers a unique combination of legendary long-term reliability, class, leading off-road pedigree, and a hybrid powertrain that actually makes sense for heavy work. It is the truck for the buyer who is tired of the compromises made by the Detroit 3 and wants a machine that will easily surpass 200,000 miles with basic maintenance. Despite the impressive updates, the 2027 Tundra faces some very real strategic risks and market pressures that could impact its success. The most significant challenge is the sheer complexity of the trim lineup. By offering so many highly specialized off-road and luxury variants, Toyota risks cannibalizing its own sales and confusing buyers who just want a simple, well-equipped work truck. Furthermore, the heavy reliance on the hybrid system exposes Toyota to supply chain vulnerabilities regarding battery materials, which could lead to long wait times for the most desirable configurations. There is also the persistent issue of pricing pressure. As Detroit brands load their trucks with expensive tech, the cost of a fully equipped Tundra approaches premium European SUV territory. Toyota must carefully manage this brand perception, ensuring the Tundra remains grounded in its core identity of durability, even as it pushes into extreme performance spaces. If they push pricing too far, they risk losing their core demographic to more affordable mid-size options. Ultimately, the 2027 Toyota Tundra is a masterclass in strategic refinement, taking a fundamentally excellent platform and sharpening it to meet the diverse, often contradictory demands of the modern truck market. It is a vehicle that respects its utilitarian roots while confidently embracing the future of electrified powertrains and specialized lifestyle trims. For the buyer who needs a dependable daily workhorse, the base trims offer unmatched value and capability. For the family seeking a comfortable daily driver, the upper luxury trims provide a refined, quiet, and tech-rich environment. And for the enthusiast demanding extreme off-road performance, the new TRD Hammer and updated Trailhunter deliver factory-built solutions that previously required massive aftermarket investments. It is not a perfect truck for every single person, but it is a highly intelligent, deeply considered machine that offers a distinct and valuable alternative to the American status quo. If you value long-term reliability, innovative hybrid torque, and genuine off-road engineering over flashy gimmicks, the 2027 Tundra is absolutely worth your serious consideration and the wait. What do you think about Toyota's strategy of expanding the trim lineup with specialized off-road models like the TRD Hammer? And do you believe the hybrid powertrain is the right path for the future of full-size trucks? Subscribe to Auto Insights if you want deeper breakdowns, real analysis, and a clearer understanding of where the automotive market is heading. Thanks for watching Auto Insights. See you in the next one.